My fellow citizens, not since the age of Romulus and Remus has a nation been so strong as the Roman Republic, sitting on the Italian peninsula, getting ready to be the largest empire the world has ever seen in terms of being able to actually manage it in the long term. To our west, or actually the east, is the remains of the old Macedon Empire. Alexander the Great died 20 years ago, leaving behind a patchwork of small kingdoms, fighting for power. Whether or not that is going to be a thing is a whole different question. But there's Egypt, there's Phrygia, there's Seleucids, depending on how you want to use that pronunciation. Put a comment below. Let's say if I'm doing a horrible pronunciation here. But yeah, Rome. Let's get underway. The Senatus Populus Romanus SPQR, for over 20 years, a nascent Roman Republic, fought a harsh campaign against the Samnites to the south, blah blah, early stuff, Roman Republic. There is, of course, the Etruscans to our north. There is the Sabines to our north as well. Sabines, of course, for those of you who don't know, do have a significant story in the Roman tale. The rape of the Sabines and all that. But yeah, if we need some more women, we'll just go over towards this area and just take them. And I'm sure they won't throw themselves down in front of our swords just because of that. Long story. Feel free to Google it. But yeah, we got the Samnites to our south. There's Lucania right there. We got Umbria right here. And basically, at the moment, we need to get a foothold on the Roman Peninsula. We're already in a really good spot. We've got the center area under control. We have a bunch of feudal kingdoms that are directly under our control as well. They will send us troops in case we have to go to war, etc. But overall, I think we're looking pretty strong right now. And Rome overall, within Rome Imperator, is definitely an empire, or at least a nation at this point, a minor state that can grow into something larger onto the known world. I'd like to point out as well that this copy that I have of the game was provided to me by Paradox Interactive. I did not pay for this particular copy at all, just so you're aware, for full disclosure. This is also not a review of the game. This is just me playing a little bit, and let's see what we can get with our nascent Roman Republic. Over the other side of the Mare Nostrum, we got Carthage, the sons of Phoenicia, ready to roll all over northern Africa, getting their colonies and stuff like that, and maybe also pushing to Egypt. And they could be a real contender for control of the Mediterranean. Still, we'll see how that is going to pan out. First of all, we're going to have to wait for a little bit because Carthage is not yet on our radar. As I mentioned, we need to get control of the Roman area, as we like to call it. Italy, basically. Let's get a couple of cohorts here. Yes, they are cohorts. They are not manipoles. Technically, we don't get cohorts till the Marian reforms. That's still a couple hundred years away. Let's get 6 Principae, a couple of Velites, a couple of Sagittarii, and maybe some Equitae to follow up on that. So that just so we have a nice and rounded legion of heavy infantry, some ranged units, as well as some cavalry to go around the corner. There is quite a lot of mana here, by the way. For those of you that usually watch the channel, we do a lot of Stellaris. There is quite a lot of mana in that as well, but in this game there is even more. We got military power, civic power, oratory power, religious power, stability, which is lifted straight from EU4. And we can use all of these to do cool stuff. So we can do an omen, for instance. And with these omens, we get additional bonuses. So that's nice. We're not going to use it just yet. We can do some inventions as well because we have technology. There's all of our researchers, etc. So what can we do right now? Well, I would like to improve my economy a little bit. So let's go from property taxes. Because right now, if we hover over here, our economy is 0.39. And once these troops come out, we're probably going to kind of crap the bed as well in terms of that. Let's get military artisans. Ooh, military tech investment plus 5%. Yes. I do want to get faster military tech, so that's good. This is our leader, Publius Semporius Sophus, the head of the Senate. Well, not the head of the Senate, he is a consul. In this particular case, the Roman political system is not one-on-one. There's not two consuls that are currently leading the country, but we've got these ideas that we can do that will basically allow us to kind of steer our empire in a certain direction. Because we are I think it is a monarchy or aristocracy republic, we get oratory ideas and 2 military ideas. So let's get a couple of military ideas here. Morale of armies. Yes, I would like that. I would like national income, tax, national slave output by 20%. National commerce income increase is good. And let's get an oratory idea. Religious ideas. Loyalty of subject states is nice. Improve these. Oratory in general are just bonuses to political stuff. Monthly corruption. General loyalty. Let's go with the tax farming, actually. So we get more output from slaves. We get initial more commerce income. And our morale of our armies are increased as well. So right now, local import, we get a whole bunch of performance impact here. We could go, we'll just wait for this for a little while until we see what our economy is going to be like. We got plus 1.2 right now. And we got some scorned families, but we can ignore that from now as well. So our legion needs a leader. This one is martial level 8. It's got 0 prominence, which means that the fame of the character, but that will increase over time. We can put actually our consul on there as well. Sabinia wants a defensive league. I'm okay with that. We're not going to do that just yet. And let's move our Legio down here to Neapolis. And then we'll merge the rest of our... Wow, minus 43, right? Minus 3.45. Right off the bat. That is not great. Okay, let's just select as many of these legions as we can. And then move them to one location. 1921. Let's just move you guys over here. The entire legion, and we'll merge them into one blob. The Ascendants of Rome. The end of the recent conflict with our enemies in Eritrea and Samnium has left the Republic as the strongest power on the Italian peninsula. Our victory has firmly convinced our feudatories in the value of supporting our cause, and we have shown other small city-states the value of being on our side. Basically, we get a bunch of CBs on the Tuscans, Campania, Apulia, Lucania. Basically, all of southern Italy is now part of an area that we can conquer, that we've got CBs for. So we can actually continue to pick up Samnium, Quintus, and... Mentegra. Okay, we have... Okay, so apparently our leader has gotten Mentegria. Okay, what does that even mean? Wise, victorious, jealous. Oh, we can hold games. Apparently it increases our popularity. Cool. No event chain attached to that. That's a little bit unfortunate. But at least we've held some games ready for our legions to move into a new location. We got a couple of navy units here as well. So we want to continue conquering Samnia, maybe Lucania, maybe get control of Apulia whilst we're at it as well. That would be a nice little bonus. But we're going to need to move fast. We have 10 months until our economy runs dry. Apulia wants an alliance. I will decline that offer for now, because they will most likely join this war that we're about to join into. So let's open some diplomacy here. This is Samnia. This is Gaius Verinia Pontius. He's the consul of Samnium. That means I also use a consul system, just like we do. He's got a lot of money. I like that. I would like some of that. Let's declare war. I want to take all of Apulia. Samnium, city of Campania. So we want to take all of Campania, I guess? Yeah, so this is all Campania, this green bit. And we can pull in a bunch of allies as well. Declaring war using gold will increase our tyranny. That's fine. So we got 6,000 troops over here. Let's move our first legion to the city and get some slaves out of this. Mertz is up. Get a leader in there. Marcus Fulvius Curvus. Come on, Marcus, you can do this. Intercept these troops here. There's a capital over here. Oh, it's actually the capital of their whole country. And at the same time, can we just intercept them maybe? That would be good. So the thing with this game is, if you've ever played March of the Eagles, there's quite a lot of what I would refer to as maneuver warfare. Because there are so many little areas everywhere, in matter of fact, the entire world has tons and tons of little... Like, the world itself is incredibly fleshed out in terms of the map. But because there are so many tiles everywhere, it means that there's quite a lot of maneuver warfare. So if we go to our simple terrain map mode, for instance, we're about to engage this legion in the hills, which means that we will get a negative modifier. If they had been moving towards the plains down here, then we would have been in a lot better state. I think we should be able to engage this legion over here. There we go. Okay, there's a support legion coming in. We've taken this. We should have gotten some slaves. We killed 6,000 troops, and we got the enemy leader as well. So that is good. So we'll park our legion in their capital and take it from there. I don't think we're going to be running into too many problems. And this legion, at the same time, let's just split it up. The second legion, let's attach a leader to it. Publius Cornelius, you're going to be engaging here. We're going to do quite a lot of carpet sieging right now. For those of you that don't know, carpet sieging is a term that is used in Europa Universalis 4, where you destroy the entire enemy army, and as such, you then split up your armies to individually siege every single province they have, which then means that you can't, they can't reinforce. But we got money. Oh, tax plus 10%. That's great. We still have minus 0.3 though, and we got another leader under control. Okay, so meanwhile, all of our allies are moving in. Rome is an exceptionally strong empire at the start of the game. We actually want to get a blessing of Pluto here just to increase our national tax. Minus 3.4, that's dangerous. Yeah, there we go. The army just literally popped up while we were waiting. Who else is in this army? Okay, there's more Samnites down here. So there is a regional, there's a city down here. Fairly large one, actually. What's going on in this here area? And they're actually recruiting a Sagittarius. But yeah, we can get all sorts of resources here as well. So if we quickly go... This is a new one. There are so many map modes here. Trade good maps. So there's all these trade goods that we can conquer. And every single one of these is important. For instance, there's wine here. Hemp. Olive oil. Glass. Glass is a big one, actually. Fish and stuff like that. And we want to get certain materials under control. For instance, salt is really important, because it gives us a surplus at the capital where it reduces army maintenance. Back in the Roman era, as far as I know, soldiers were usually paid with salt, but you can correct me on that if that is actually not true or not. This legion is still sieging down this city. Let's speed up time a little bit. And here we go. Okay, the envoy of the Latin power of Nurseria. Okay, so this is Nurseria. What's this? Okay, they're these guys. They want us to trade iron from Latium. Yes, because it will give us money every single month. What we do need to do, actually, let's go to our economy screen here, or our trade routes. The UI can be a little bit iffy if you haven't played it a lot. And I can say that I've not played this game nearly as much as I have Stellaris. We want to make sure that we do not allow trading away surplus. We don't want to trade away our surplus for our capital, because it gives us bonuses like manpower bonuses. Considering one could say that Rome is very much a map painter, it means that we need our manpower. We currently have 34,000 men in our pool with a maximum of 52,000. So overall, our manpower pool is actually doing quite well. But I don't actually... Yeah, we've got all these under our control. That's good. So we're going to take the Samnites very quickly here, and then we're going to set our eyes on Umbria or Apulia. Umbria is probably a little bit too far away at the moment. Yeah, that's all the way up north. The Etruscans will most likely look at us as well and try to take our territory. Oh, we got plus now. We'll try to take our territory, but they also have the problem of the tribes in the northern area of Italy to take care of. And meanwhile, the Hellenists want to... They want to import woods, and that's fine by me. Once again, we haven't set the capital surplus to be an issue, so... characters. There's a lot of characters here. We can set them by imprisoned, for instance. See how many prisoners we have, male, female, whether or not they're employed or not. I actually want to make sure that we can track who is employed and unemployed. The ruler family, so we got... Oh, we only have one child, that's it in our family? Oh, okay. Who else are we at war with? Is it just Samnia? Okay, so we're just waiting for that capital to fall, basically. But yeah, for those of you who ever played Crusader Kings or EU4, the whole siege system is very similar to what you would have in those games. With fortresses and sieging and dice rolls happening in the background. Trade route has disappeared. Okay, okay, well, that's fair. We've still got money. But yeah, it's very much it's very much a board game simulation. Very similar to, say, how digital trade card games these days are going. Like you have your Magic the Gathering or your Hearthstone. How there are digital versions of card games. This is very much very similar here. It's just you can stack up far more complex mechanics in this. We want to make sure that our national... Actually, we want to get herbalism because technology speed +5. So we can actually get technology a lot quicker, and that's something we definitely want. So yeah, okay. So Venusia, Apulia, Samnium. Okay, that's all going well. We could probably send this legion home because our allies are taking care of the rest. Whilst we're at it, actually, this siege is not... Yeah, exactly. So the siege is done. Let's sue for peace. I want to take everything. Yeah, and they're forced to accept. We get 4 aggressive expansion. There we go. The Samnite elite. After protracted conquest, we have finally routed the Samnite armies and laid waste to their lands during the sacking of their capital. Many important prisoners were taken, and we're gonna banish the class and the king loses. Yeah, we imprison their leaders, let the rest disappear. Pay judgment on the important families. I don't want to have more families in here because that would be a problem. But in the meantime, though, we have now grown to a regional power instead of a local power because we have 25 cities, which means we've got 25 of these tiny little tiles over here. We can now threaten war. Basically, we can say, hey, give me that province or I'll invade. Yeah. Yeah, I thought as much. We also get more imports, more diplomatic relations. Government bonus multipliers, so basically whatever government running, we get bonuses from that. 17,000 troops. Let's move this legion down here. This is a limit of 18. So what I want to do is we want to take a look around, and I don't think we actually have a... There's a CB... region map mode. Yeah, this is Magna Graecia, Italy. Yeah, we do want to contain all of Italy sooner or later, but it's going to take time. Supply, provinces, religion. Simple map main. I need the opinion modifier. There we go. So Apulia, same religion, different culture, appeasing. Bellicose. Ah, okay. The Lucanians, we actually have a CB on Lucania. So that's good. So we're going to take the opportunity to, take Lucania. Dalmatia wants to have olives. Okay. So let's open diplomacy here. Let's declare war. Let's take Lucania. And they will bring in Apulia at the same time. What's our income like? 2.2. We got enough manpower. We don't have enough money to raise more legions, though. So we need to be a bit careful about this. Because they have 15,000 troops over here. So we want to take Lucania. Apulia at the same time. We'll try to jump in to help them out. But we can conquer all of that. So let's declare war here. I want to take Lucania. We'll bring in all of our allies. There we go. And we are again at war. Wow, 2 wars, 1 episode right off the bat. Did I tell you that this is very much a... what's this? This is plains. We don't want to have this army in the plains. The hills are probably a better option, especially when we have 2 legions right around the corner. And there's more hills down here. Let's see if we can lure the enemy troops into an area. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Engage my legion, please. Okay, so let's see if we can... Yes. Yes, be stuck in that region. Excellent. Okay, so they're sending in reinforcements, about 7,000 of them. So we'll probably need to do the same as well, whilst at the same time... Yeah, there we go. Killed a decent chunk of their army. They're trying to reinforce again over here. Like I said, this is very much a game of maneuver warfare. Taking into account what sort of positions the enemy will have. So having a lot of support structures on standby is usually a good idea. This is a big city. So we slowly and steadily want to make sure we invade the right areas. Oh wow, there's a reasonable legion over here. So there is Apulia with their main force. There's about 12,000 of them. Or 14,000 even. And then there's the other ally with a reasonable amount as well. And we can import new goods. We don't have enough trade routes. Interesting. Can we import anything? Maybe fish. Nobody wants to trade fish? Okay. Wood maybe? No. Olives? No. Grain? Livestock, yeah, that's our own livestock. It'd be kind of nice in this interface if there would be, like, we don't have to search through this list to see who we can talk to. Epirus, where are they? They're really far away. Yeah, they are of no, yeah, they're Greek. They are of no consequence to us at the moment. We're going to send a smaller legion to support the rest of these troops whilst our main force is taking these small areas. But yeah, most of the battlefield is down here. Yeah, there's a small legion here as well. Need to be careful here. Especially with this legion of 14k that's just sitting here. We're actually going to allow our legion to attach. So basically, other legions of the smaller variety will be allowed to attach to our main legion. So they can actually, come along. Whilst we're just actively sieging down their stuff. Cool. Fertania wants to... We're currently not exporting it. Import of wine. Sure, I'll export wine. And instantly they want to have more wine. It's good for our economy. 3.32. An unwelcome gift. So this is a beautiful thing I love about Paradox games. The events are the lifeblood of Paradox games, especially if you've played any of the Crusader Kings games. Or Solaris for that matter. Events really give flavors towards things. I mean, especially for an historical game, I can understand that it's difficult to do, but sure. But considering this is half character, half war, it gives a little bit more flexibility. A loyal servant of the state, yet a man of questionable artistic talent, has commissioned a statue in honor of Plubius Semporius Sophus. That's me, by the way. Citizens gather from far and wide in the unveiling. Oh, this is hideous. Demolish it. Oh no. Alright, they made a really bad statue. This is hideous, or demolish it. I'll just take the popularity hit. It's not a big problem. So, our legions not having too many problems at the moment, actually. Alright, we got 12,000 over here. And they're actively trying to... My allies are actively trying to attach themselves. Okay, doctors are overrated. Let's not... Okay. Yeah, this does look like my legions are being followed by my allies. It's not very clear, though. That's a little bit unfortunate. Then let's just not have them attach. And just continuously siege things down. If they engage, we can always support, but... Okay, the siege is done. Good. Okay, there's a larger fight going on over here. Let's send in some support. Again, this is why you want to have those legions on standby. Just for supporting reasons. Because your allies can do quite a lot of fighting. And we're just sieging things down here. Meanwhile, the siege as well. Publius, the plain speaker with Publius Emporius Sophus, is never one has never any doubt as what he's thinking. Oh, so our leader is now plain speaking. Diplomatic reputation 3.0. That is a larger fight than I'm comfortable with. Again, let's send in the reinforcements. There we go. Let's crush their armies. Put them to the sword. Livestock. Okay. And we have an invention as well. Maximum fabricating claims. Tribal reserve. Professional sailors learning on the job. Starting experience. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we basically riggedy wrecked our army very quickly here. The siege is now done as well. Let's send one legion on the back line here. Yeah, I have 20,000 troops in this province. Sorry, we're falling back. So let's take the opportunity to push. Oh wow, they're falling all the way back. Interesting. Meanwhile, this siege is going okay, I guess. Well, there's no chance of surrendering at the moment, unfortunate. But yeah, Rome is growing quickly. We've crushed the Samnites. Lucania's next. We can maybe pull in Apulia as well. We'll go over our aggressive expansion modifier, but that's not the end of the world. I'm just curious why I'm not allowed to move my troops in some of these areas. It's a little bit weird, but yeah. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Another enemy force. Interesting. Okay, so can we actually move our Heraclea? Okay, access. They will not give us access because of our shitty opinion with them. All right. They're moving into here. Oh, back in there. It's not very clear what they want. They're kind of like a cat, trying to go in and out. Siege of Velia has been won. Good. So that is the enemy backline crushed. 32 war score is pretty decent, though. Meanwhile, our allies are kind of putting themselves at the sword. It's not exactly positive. Yes, yes. Start a siege, please. Okay, good. Good. And then we'll bring in the main legion as well. Just for support. Just whittle them down a little bit. We want to make sure that they don't eat up too much manpower. Sneaky beaver. In and out. very quickly. Okay, and it would appear that the other fight has been won as well. So who else is in... Oh, okay. This is also part of this war. Interesting. So we'll actually send our main legion all the way down to Brundisium. Maybe we can capture this entire area very quickly. That'd be nice. And get a lot of stuff very quickly. Like, we started out this here in Rome with only a limited amount of resources available. But we've already, like, conquered 3 city-states. Shipwrecked. We could help out. 46? Yeah, it's fine. And we get loyalty from the commerce faction. Yes, factions are a thing. If we go to our national overview, I think. No? Is it character overview? No. Government? Yeah, okay. So factions in the Senate. There's the Senate. The civic faction is currently in control, but during the next election, the military faction will most likely take over. Okay. Oh no, Quintus falls ill. Oh no. What is he? Inflammation. Oath of Brotherhood. Yes. Faster morale. Okay. So we finally managed to get into a position where we can intercept this league. The city of Abilium has been often overlooked by wealthy patrons of our capital. Today, however, Publius Cornelius Barbatus has offered to spend a sizable quantity of his wealth on construction of a grand temple. Yes. That's fine by me. And that's the remaining army of our... Yes, put him to the sword. Okay. Good. And with this war right now, well, there's still a reasonable fight going on over here. We'll send our legion to reinforce. Let's hope they're in time. There we go. With 20,000 troops, this should be the end of this war. There we go. And then we just take their capital. As he slowly but steadily ransack. See, this is why you don't ally versus Rome. Rome will find you. Through a very long history of skills and stuff. You'll slowly but steadily find things and then crush you. Oh boy, here we go. Moving quickly. Oh, there's still some troops over here. Interesting. Where do they come from? They're just sitting there. We're at 95 war score. We could take all of Apulia as well as Lucania in one fell swoop. But I want to take Messapia as well. Just, you know, make sure that we Rome gets a nice, strong foothold in the south of the peninsula. We can still import goods. We don't have... What's this? Okay, we killed some troops. We have a leader. There's some more troops over there. With fights that we should win relatively easily. There is another large legion. It's only 7k though, it's not the... I'm sure they're on their last batch of manpower. So I'm not entirely... I was about to say, why am I not allowed to move into that space? Some of the stuff is not 100% clear on why some things are not allowed. Oh well, I guess we're just joining the siege. And we got our other legion down here. Yeah. 99% conquered. Like if we sue for peace right now. A gift! Oh wow. Tarentium. Okay, we can't take Manturia. Oh wow, we can take all of that. But I want more. Rome does not settle. I guess this is... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they got one unit of Velites over there, and that's it. That, my friend, is definitely not gonna be enough. I'm still not entirely sure why my army is not allowed to move into this position, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Again, there is two sneaky armies, sneaky beavers, trying to get past my front lines, sieging down the city. Very clever. Ooh, we don't want to do that. We may lose this legion. We are definitely at a disadvantage, although their morale is pretty much shattered. We should get a little bit of support from our vassals. There we go. And we'll take the opportunity just to chase them down. Wow, we're losing 1,200 men a month. What's going on here? Peace imminent. Omen. You may call an omen. Okay. What's our money like? Reasonable. Let's go for a tax increase. Apulia wants resources. Tribal reserve. Output of tribesmen. Yes. Our augur, Pomius Suppius Saverio, has friends from far outside our borders, even trying to use his network to the advantage of our nation. He believes that friendship with the magistrate of Apulia could be... the magistrate of Apulia, eh? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Apulia. We do not care about Apulia. Mainly because we've pretty much occupied all of Apulia at the moment. But thanks for the invitation. Let's get a sensor. You are good. Come on, finish off this war. We're 42% of surrender. If we roll a 20 to 24, I guess that is reasonable. Again, wait, this sneaky deaky army over here. They're using Heraclea as a jump off point, and it's really annoying. It'll be fun to siege, so all is good in the world. Alright, okay, so we should... There we go, we've basically won this war. Okay, let's just take this last thing over here, and that should be the ticket. Occupation will be finished. And there. Wait, where's my 100% war score? What have I not conquered? What does... Is it this place? No. Apulia. Okay, that's all occupied. Do we need to like crush their army or something? What's going on over here? Give me military access. No, they're not interested in it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because it means I cannot relieve your area. How much can I take? Oh, I can take all of it. Oh. Via Victus. Our enemies deserve no quarter. Put them all to the sword. Put them to the sword. Put them to the sword. Ah, yes. Rome. Rome rules supreme over the southern of Italy. In the next episode, if this goes well, we could potentially look north. Towards the fertile lands of Etruskia. Rome rises once more. Via Victus. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you know, it's the usual. Comments below and all that stuff. You know, a long episode. First episode of series. Always a long one. But, yeah. Maybe we'll do more if you like this. A little bit of bants here and there. But still, we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Rome Imperator. This is once again a key that I got from Paradox Interactive. Did not pay for it or anything. So yeah, take from that what you will. Full disclosure. Until next time, take good care of yourselves. And as always, Carthago delenda est.